Hey, welcome or welcome back. It is as always good to see you today. And today in my world is Friday. It's like 11:30 in the morning and I am off work today because I am on vacation now. And I am off work until the 29th of November. I'm taking the entire week of Thanksgiving off. So, I'm hoping to really get caught up on some videos and some other stuff. So, we're going to start that right now by trying to catch up on a little bit of Amberlynn Reed content because I'm like 5 videos behind. Work was really busy for a while there and I got really behind. And so, yeah, just life's been busy and my phone needs to be turned down. So, we are starting out with Amberlynn Reed's reaction video titled I Get Angry, reacting to a pointless reaction channel. And she is reacting to Oh Lordy, It's Jordy in this video. And her video is an hour long, so I'm probably going to split this into 2 separate videos so that my video does not end up being very long. So I do not watch Oh Lordy, It's Jordy. I've watched one of his videos, and that was just to check if what Amberlynn was saying was accurate in that one video of hers about her ankle, or about the IV falling out of her arm, and she was not. She completely misrepresented what she said he said. He never said in that video. So this should be interesting to see what Amberlynn has to say about Jordy's reaction video. So, all that being said, let's go ahead and get into part 1.
Hello. So, welcome to a new video.
Hi, Amberlynn.
Surprisingly, people want me to react to reaction channels, which I understand.
Really? Do they? I mean, I guess it would be interesting to see what you think about what reaction channels are saying about you. And if you're watching it with us, then we can know for sure if you are representing what they're saying correctly or not. I don't know.
I can find that entertaining. I can see where the entertainment lays.
Lies.
I don't mind a reaction here or there, but to have a whole channel that is relying on someone else's content so you can react to every single video they put up, or even 80 to 90% of every single video.
You know, it's a hobby. What can I say? You are entertaining to us, Amberlynn, and I am now invested in your life and seeing where you go and hopefully watching you succeed in becoming healthier and a better person. Now, I will say that I have had my alerts and pop-ups pop up for her video she's uploaded that I haven't seen yet, but I've seen the titles, so I have an inkling of what's coming in the near future for my reactions. I'm going to pretend while I'm reacting that I haven't seen those though, and I'm reacting only to the current video.
Video they put up. Come on now. A few reactions here and there. I don't see any issue with it. And we're going to do it in Amberlynn Reed fashion. I don't care enough to learn how to edit where I don't need my laptop. I don't care about that. I don't care to have the little thing down here. Like,
it's not that hard. Like right now, I'm using StreamYard. It's an online web application where I have my camera. I can either use my laptop camera, which is down here, or my GoPro that I just plug in, which I'm like, woo. And then I can share the screen of whatever I'm watching. It's not that hard. Your laptop does have a camera on it, and that's what I used to use on mine until I discovered that I could just plug in my GoPro. Now, if you wanted to get a little fancier, you could use Streamlabs OBS, or you could record them separately and then bring the video that you're watching and your video together inside of an editing application. But yeah, I would use Streamlabs more for this, but I need to figure out what the delay is between me speaking and what you see on the screen. I haven't figured that out yet. So I'm using StreamYard. It's not that difficult. And if she cared to put the effort into her channel to learn a few things here and there, I think it would really help her content out a lot more.
Like all reaction channels have. I just don't care enough. I'm not a reaction channel. I'm just doing this for fun. So I decided to choose a reaction channel that I've only seen a few of their videos because I don't really know their take on me completely. I didn't want to do a reaction channel that I've seen plenty of their videos. I already know the things they're going to complain about, what they're going to say. So I decided to choose.
So she's not going to watch Zach or Callie or Sarah, Young Dumb Honey Bun, or Charlie Gold. She may not even watch Your Hippie Grandma, because we have heard that she does enjoy her content. So she's probably going to pick someone that has a more negative approach. Now, I will say that Casey, or Your Hippie Grandma, did post on her community tab recently. If any of you that watch me do not watch her, you should definitely watch her. That's where a lot of my subscribers came from Casey giving me a shout out, and I appreciate that so much. She's a very wonderful person, and because she's a wonderful person, this made me angry. Somebody was trashing her, saying that she had a conversation with Amberlynn, and that Amberlynn liked her content, and they were like besties now or whatever. I'm paraphrasing. And it's like, no, that didn't happen, buddy. You are spreading misinformation and lies about Casey, and that's not cool because Casey is a wonderfully sweet person. And yeah, so don't be spreading shit and lies about reaction channels. Don't take what we say and misconstrue it or anything of that nature. It's just it's not okay. Just like it's not okay for us to take the people that we're reacting and misconstrue and lie about them.
Someone different. And yeah, the video is called How Will Amberlynn Win Back Her Audience? I don't really know what that means. I don't want to win back my audience, first of all. I want to just be myself.
Well, do you not though? Because a lot of people that really liked, I'm sorry, we're a minute and a half into her video and I'm 7.5 into mine. You've lost a lot of people that supported you. Do you not want those people to come back and support you again?
And share what I want. If you don't like that person, then I don't know what to do because I can't like fake being someone else just to win people back. All I can do is just be genuinely myself.
Don't you,
girl?
Aww,
loves you.
Well, there's the best part of the video right there. Is that fuzzy little face. So she said all she can do is be herself, but yeah, she's also admitted to kind of playing a character of Troll Lynn and stuff. So it's like, I don't know what to tell you. Hey,
all
kitty.
I can do is just be genuinely myself, and
I need to get a cat again.
Hope for the best. Honestly, never ever try to make people like you, because then it's just going to be a sad life. Just be yourself. Be a good person. Just be a good person. That's literally all it is to life.
So, would that mean that people don't like you because you're not a good person?
A good person. Anyways, let's get into this. Baby girl, you want to go lay down?
I love.
Mama has to react to a react.
I love. Oh, cat butt. I'm gonna put the finger up to censor the cat butt. I love Rarity so much. She is such a sweet cat. I would love to have a cat like Rarity.
Oh, let me love her first. Let me love her. Go in bedsies. Go in bedsies.
Oh,
good girl. Oh, alrighty.
Happy Thursday, pumpkin people. Still going, cute. Still going. I want all of you to wake up every day of November with the first thought being, am I a party person yet?
Am I a party person yet? So every morning I'm going to wake up and ask myself that question. Okay. If I was
okay, so the bad thing is Jordy speaks quicker than Amberlynn, and I have Amberlynn sped up. So I'm going to have to put her back down to normal so I can make sure that I catch everything that Jordy says, because it's going to be torture having Amberlynn speaking at her regular speed, but we'll get through it, folks.
Answer that question right now. I would say I am a party person.
Party person?
I'm weird about big crowds, so let's keep the crowd just, smaller and intimate for now.
Throughout the end of the year, who knows? For today's adventure through the adipose, you will need new makeup.
Oh, and by the way, I am watching this at 1.5 speed. So.
Through the adipose, that's funny. So she has him at 1.5. which means if I had sped it up even more, it'd be even. So yeah, we're gonna put my video back at regular speed.
So I hope it's not too fast for you guys. Normally, I watch all YouTube videos at 2x speed. My attention span is super short.
Yeah.
So I needed to go by quicker and faster. I decided I'm just going to do 1.5 for the sake of this video, so I don't like frustrate anyone with like it going too quickly.
An energy drink of your choosing and some tape to keep your eyelids open. Take that last bite because we are swallowing our way back into the Amberverse.
Hello, welcome to a...
What? What? Oh, good Lord.
Video. Oh, okay. This is the day I got my CT scan results back. I am just about to do my makeup. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. You know what I find very interesting about reaction channels? I don't understand the thought process behind reacting to a vlog. Unless, you know, someone like goes on vacation somewhere super awesome, or like something really exciting happens in the vlog. But 9 times out of 10, like a vlogger on YouTube is very much like day-to-day life, which is the boring stuff, if you will. Reacting to vlogs, it's not entertaining. I watch a few vloggers who I love. They're white noise. I watch them while I'm eating sometimes, while I'm writing. It's good stuff to watch in that way. But if I was to like sit there and react to it, it's a snooze fest. So
is Amberlynn saying that her videos are boring and there's no point in anybody watching them? Or is she just saying there's no point in us reacting to them? Because her vlogs also have other stuff in them. She will sprinkle in really important bits of information and stuff, like her weight loss journey or her CT scan result and things like that.
I just don't understand reacting to my vlogs. It's very strange, especially because people find them so boring. We are using my new foundation brush, so I am pretty excited.
Does she mean the makeup or the process of doing the makeup? Because when I think of the Amberlynn Reid show and I think short, sweet, and to the point, there really is no point, you know? I mean, what are we doing here? We're just kind of observing this woman's life. There's not really a point.
Well,
yes,
yeah.
That is true. Vlogs are observing someone's life.
That's kind of what vlogs are.
I don't know, a little existential dread to start off the episode.
Excited about that. And it's gotta be good because this was over $20. I don't think I've ever bought a makeup brush that was that expensive. But like the last minute, Feline actually bought all my makeup for me. It was so sweet. So she's the one who technically bought. Oh, people were saying like, oh my God, why are you so shocked that she bought you the makeup? Does she not buy you things and stuff like that? She does. It's just, I don't expect her to buy my makeup for me, especially like a large quantity of it. So yeah, that's why I was saying like it was shocking. It was just sweet of her, like any sweet gesture. I'm just like not used to that type of energy from someone, especially someone who, like, this isn't shade towards anybody, but it's like every single month when she pays me, like we just do it through Venmo because it's easier. She sends me rent through Venmo. She'll send me like the electricity, utility money, like et cetera. Like it feels like I'm getting free money, and we joke about it every single time. I'm like, oh, when you paying me? I'm just not used to like getting large chunks of money for other people paying their way for living. So it's kind of cool. It's like I only have to pay half the bills now. Like
I am so sorry. I pause on the worst screens for her. I am so bad. So sorry about that, Amberlynn. I can understand that whenever you've been in relationships where you've been either the primary breadwinner, you know, the one bringing in the income, or the only one. Now, I know that with Becky, she didn't want Becky to work, if I'm remembering correctly. So that's on her really for that. But I can kind of understand that, where you're like, oh my God, I'm with somebody that also has an income and has a job, and I don't have to pay for everything. So I can understand that aspect, and being like, oh my gosh, you're actually buying me something. So I can understand and, empathize and sympathize with that because I've been in those situations before as well where I've had a girlfriend where I'm like, you have a job too, and we'll go out to dinner and she's like, no, I'm buying. And I'm like, oh, oh, okay. And it's a little awkward for me because I'm used to always paying. So, yeah, I totally get that.
Ma'am, I'm just like grateful for that type of situation to deal. It's super expensive.
I wish Amberlynn would learn more words.
Brush. I didn't even, girl, when you're clearing well over six figures, and you have been by working in your house for 5 hours a week for years now, what's $20 on a makeup brush? Now, I'm not going to go into the whole diatribe about what I think that whole dynamic is between the two of them. Strolled up to the Ulta counter, popped her collar, and said, baby girl, I got this. I'm not going to get into that again. I mean,
so the way that Feline did it was we were both in Ulta. By the way, someone also like, this is bad to react because then I start thinking of like all the comments that I've seen recently or like DMs I've gotten. People are like, did you not even go into Ulta because like you didn't film? Last time I went to Ulta,
They have music playing.
Filming, which this has happened. I've been on YouTube for 10 years. This has only happened like a handful of times, maybe 3 or 4. They saw me filming and they said, you cannot film in here. So now every time I go into Ulta, you will not see me filming. But, I recently went to Walmart. I recently went to Five Below, World Market, like just recent places that I filmed. But Ulta says that's a no. But while we were in Ulta, it was like, I think I was like picking up my last thing and Feline was just like, I'm going to buy this for you. I'm going to buy these things for you. It was just like random, sweet. She's thoughtful, and that's kind of how that happened.
But I'm not going to get to it. I could talk about why she's doing that because she's not getting in on the rent or anything like that, but I'm not going to.
Wait, what?
No, I'm
not getting in on the rent. I don't know. Are you insinuating that she doesn't pay for rent? Because she very much does. She pays for groceries.
Yeah, people just assume that you're paying for the apartment and everything whenever we don't know, to be honest, until you say otherwise.
She pays for toiletries, essentials, cleaning supplies, pays for things for me sometimes, like we both do. She pays half of all the bills. I'm very grateful for that.
Okay. So $20 for a makeup brush. What's the point? Oh my gosh, the point. It keeps making it.
So it's an expensive makeup brush, and whenever you've grown up without having expensive things or buying things that cost that much, you're like, man, $20 for a makeup brush when you're used to buying, cheaper items. Because Amberlynn did not grow up with money, and she didn't really start making money on her YouTube channel until 6-7 years ago, maybe. So before that, it was like, hey, yeah, here's a $2 makeup brush or something. So when you're used to buying those things, even whenever you can afford more expensive things, you may not want to spend the money on that. So I think Jordy is being a little, I don't know, maybe like classist here, or I don't know. Like, oh, $20 for a makeup brush. Just get, for some people, $20 is a lot of money. And to spend it on a makeup brush, that's a little steep. So, get over it.
Rounds tonight. What's the point in you bringing that up when you're making well over $100,000 a year?
I think $20 for a makeup brush, even if you're like Kim Kardashian, like it's $20 for a makeup brush. I just find it to be kind of pricey.
Editing Libby here. I just wanted to point out something I just noticed while editing. She never disputes her income amount, which I find interesting.
What's a $20 makeup brush?
Oh, it has like a whole moment. It's like a plastic hat. Wow, okay. Look how nice. I'm so excited. See, like I said, I watch quite a few vloggers and they all vlog this type of stuff. They all show themselves doing their makeup, talking about little piddly things as such. Grammar, just like very tedious.
Yeah, grammar,
things.
Amber.
And I enjoy that, but to sit there and like react to it is so boring, regardless of who you're reacting
Well,
to.
we have
I just find
comments.
this to be so weird that this reaction channel clearly reacts to almost every single one.
So I need someone to react to my reaction of Amberlynn's reaction to a reaction, so we can just keep this reaction train going.
On my vlogs, and
Oh, well, hello.
I know, it's crazy. It's just, yeah, it's crazy. That's the only word I can come up with right now. This is the airbrush blurring foundation brush, so it's supposed to like make it look really good. But brushes for Ulta. So, anyways,
Kitty.
I'm actually getting ready because I have my doctor's appointment, and I just felt like putting on makeup. Yeah, I did. I don't know.
Wait a second. If she has another doctor's appointment, okay, we might be in the twilight zone here for a second. A moment, just a moment. Didn't she just not want to wear foundation because of the mask? Because anytime, at least in Pittsburgh, I feel like
yeah, I had a recent vlog where I didn't want to put on foundation because my mask is white. And sometimes, I gotta be honest, it annoys the crap out of me to get makeup on there. But I knew that after my appointment, we were going out and we were gonna go do a few things. So I was like, you know what? I want to like wear foundation. I'll just deal with it while I'm at my appointment. It was just gonna be a quick one. I figured. So
and you can wash your
sometimes I
cloth
deal with the
mask.
foundation on my mask, and sometimes I don't. It's not really a big conspiracy.
Places you have to wear a mask anymore are doctors' offices, dental offices, hospitals. But I kind of feel like it should have always been like that, like even before the big pandemic.
Yeah. I thought he was trying to say we should have only worn masks during a pandemic in hospitals and such. And I was about to be like, ma'am, what? No,
he's saying,
but he's saying that we always
even before we should have to do that.
Where
because people go to the doctor when they're sick,
we
right?
Had to wear like masks and stuff even before COVID happened. I completely agree. Like when going into hospitals, it feels weird not to do that now. Like
you do have to if somebody is immunocompromised. When my mom was in the hospital getting treatment for leukemia, we had to wear a mask whenever we were visiting her because she was immunocompromised because of the chemo.
I know some people still get away, even where I live, get away with not wearing a mask in the doctor's office, and it's so weird to me. And I'm just like, how can you?
They may have a medical condition where they can't
without a mask. It like creeps me out.
On yesterday about how she doesn't want to wear foundation because it would rub off a mask, and now we're wearing it again. No consistency.
Well, I presentable when I'm in public, and 9 times out of 10, I don't. I don't know. I went through an era. I don't know if like you guys went through this era too, ever. Like if you wear makeup, where I would never leave the house without makeup on. This era started in high school, actually. Me doing my makeup right now makes me wish I was wearing makeup right now.
Go put some on, girl.
Future Amberlynn,
go put it on.
While you're editing this, you'll be wearing makeup. Around 17 years old, and it lasted for. I just don't like myself without makeup.
Now that kind of makes sense to me because I feel like with Amberlynn, she is very about control, and when it comes to how do I word this?
Why? Okay, how is how are they turning this into a control thing? I'm just saying, like, I don't like how I look without makeup, and at a young age, I hated it even more. But as I have grown older, it's like, it is what it is. I'm going to be seen without makeup. It is what it is.
Well, you're very
it's
pretty,
more so about not control, but
even
about the
makeup.
fact that I think I am insanely ugly. I am self-conscious about my dark circle.
Come on now. Now, I know that I say the same thing about myself, but this isn't about me. It's about Amberlynn. She's a very pretty girl, so she shouldn't think that about herself.
And blemishes that I have, the color of my skin, it has nothing to do with.
Although I will say it looks like a little bit that she may have gained a little bit of weight in this video, looking at the bad time to bring that up.
And more so everything to do with how I hate how I look.
When it comes to nourishment, she feels like she doesn't have a lot of control. So for things like having nice makeup, that's something that she can control. So she went through a period of time where she always had to wear makeup when she was leaving the house. Makes sense. Makes sense. You know, if you don't feel like you can control some things in your life, well, hey, at least I can put on a full mug of makeup.
I did it because I think that I'm ugly.
You know, they say for guys, beards are their makeup because
I've
without
heard
a
of
beard,
that.
a guy goes from being like a 7 to a 4.
It's true. Guys have
I've
better
heard that.
I
beards.
don't know. I think I look all right clean shaven. I don't know.
Let's
been
see
a
it
while.
then.
It's been a while.
Let's see it then.
But, you know my biggest problem with my beard, though?
He's not ugly. He's actually really cute. But I do find that guys do look more attractive with facial hair.
I think it depends on the guy. I don't know.
But literally, like what we talk about on here, my beard, like nothing about Amberlynn. My beard doesn't really come up on my cheek that much, and I feel like that's like where the sweet spot is for men and facial hair. Like it looks the best when it comes up on their cheek like this, and
It depends.
ever so slightly it's coming in.
But what do
a
I
little
know?
bit, but you know what? It loves to grow right here in like a giant, dark, thick patch.
Embrace
and
it.
It just like makes me mad. Like I wish it would come up.
Nah, embrace it. You look
Does,
good.
like beard oil or any of that stuff kind of work? Like I've never really explored it. Like what are we doing? All right, Amberlynn Reed. Right. Amberlynn Reed. Okay, makeup. Yeah.
Maybe until I was around like 22. So it lasted about 5 years where I just would not go in public without a little bit of something.
Jordy almost has kind of like a chin strap thing, or like, you know what, when some of those guys would like shave it so that it just came down right like this. Jordy kind of has that naturally.
I feel like that's kind of a bad habit. I don't know. For myself, like if you're like that, then you know, that's fine, do you. But like for myself, it just didn't, I don't know, it just felt like, come on. Why are you so afraid for people to see your true face? Because makeup is like an art, like truly, it like transforms
This is my
someone's
face.
face, like wholeheartedly.
True,
Yeah, I need to hurry. I actually have to leave in 12 minutes, so I'm a little rushy. What is? Oh, okay. My friend just called me. Well, was trying to FaceTime me. I think it was an accident. Update: it was an accident because she was texting me and she accidentally pressed the call button.
The call button.
So yeah, that was an accident. Update.
I do that a lot on accident. Like I'll be messaging somebody in like Facebook Messenger, and then up top is like the little call button. And if I have my phone set down and then I go to pick it up again, sometimes my thumb will hit the call button, and I'm like, no. And then when I'm using Microsoft Teams at work, I was on a call with a coworker the other day, and I was in the middle of a sentence, and I went to go click on to stop sharing my screen, and instead I hung up the call. And I was talking, I was like, yeah, so click, and I'm like, oh. So I called her back real quick, and I'm like, I'm so sorry I hung up on us. And she's like, okay. She's like, I was hoping that you didn't think I was like, yeah, I'm done with this. And just hung up on me. I'm like, no. I'm like, I just clicked the wrong button. I do it all the time. So if any of you work where you have to have calls on Microsoft Teams or something, do you ever just randomly hang up on your call or meetings on accident?
Because on my makeup, and I'll catch up with you guys in a little bit. I'm just like super anxious about this appointment.
Like I talked about in yesterday's episode, she gets anxious anytime she goes out of the house. You know how you beat that? You know how you remove that from your life?
No, I don't.
Going to the doctor.
Wait, what? Oh, now I feel like I should go watch the video you're talking about. No, I don't. I
think it was a doctor appointment
because I was going to
anxiety.
the doctor where I was going to find out if my nodule got bigger, if my fluid was getting worse around my lungs, if I had to do a biopsy, if things.
And we've just only seen her leaving the house recently, really, to go to the doctor. I mean, we've seen her go to Walmart and stuff too, but recently, because of her ankle issue, the recent things that we've seen her leaving the house for are doctor's appointments, which she has anxiety going to see doctors, and it's understandable, especially for this case.
Things were just getting worse in general. I was very anxious every time I go to the doctor or get a CT scan or anything to do with anything hospital related, doctor related, health related. I get super anxious. It's not about leaving the house. I love leaving the house.
Came from firsthand experience because I did that. Anytime doing anything, going anywhere, anxiety. You know how you beat that? Every day, leave the house, go do something. It doesn't matter.
Like I can get that. There was a time
during the pandemic, a lot of people, I think, developed that,
where leaving the house did give me a lot of anxiety, but I think I'm out of that now because, like, you know, the last 10 plus places I've been, that wasn't the doctor, wasn't the hospital. I actually didn't have any anxiety at all. It felt so freeing to be able to just be in public and not be so scared. Do I get a little anxious over stupid shit, like walking across the street as a car is waiting for me? Yeah, because I walk slow, I waddle, I never want to hold up people. Because I know
I
some people
waddle.
could be in a rush or what it may be.
Yeah, well,
what
you
it may
know,
be.
I'll get over it.
Okay. But I mean, yeah, little things make me anxious, but I don't get anxiety leaving the house anymore. And it's kind of awesome because for a while I felt stuck in that. So the whatever advice you're fixing to give, past Amberlynn, you should have told her then.
It doesn't matter where. It's consistency. It's asking for it. It says anxiety, uncomfortableness, panic, bring it on. Hit me with your best shot. And when you start to do it every day, you show yourself and you show your mind that you are more powerful than those thoughts.
Yeah, so I think I developed a little bit of that during the pandemic because I didn't go anywhere for like, months. I would leave like once every few weeks just to like go to the store real quick to get a few groceries if it was stuff that I didn't want somebody to have to deliver to me, or I just needed a couple of things and it wasn't worth the Instacart price. So I totally get getting anxiety. My mother started to get anxiety issues before she passed away, and I hope that's not a hereditary mental issue.
And you can do it, and then it won't bother you anymore. I mean, it really, like, I
Yeah,
like
I
to
totally
say,
get
like,
that.
most things in life aren't like flipping a switch. Like, it takes gradual work and everything like that.
Mhm.
But with anxiety, once you beat it, for me personally, it felt like a light switch. I mean, I used to
Wow.
be like a wreck sometimes with anxiety, just
That's actually really inspiring and motivating.
That was a weird edit.
because I feel like a lot of people watching you probably suffers with anxiety. I feel like anxiety is so common now.
I think it is.
And to hear that and to know that, that's possible to get to that point is really inspiring because trust me, the first time I ever had an anxiety attack was when I was 18 years old. And luckily, I was sitting with my mom. Sorry, Mom, if you're watching this. She's also queen of anxiety. It kind of runs in the family. So she knew exactly what was happening. And honestly, 9 times out of 10, the first time someone has a panic attack or an anxiety attack, they're not around people who understand it. Like me and Feline were recently talking about that, and that's scary. I'm almost 32. I've had anxiety for almost 14 years. I've been having anxiety attacks and panic attacks for almost 14 years. And it's gotten so much better because, he's right. You learn how to manage it in a sense. Sometimes it feels impossible, and other times I have to remind myself, mind over matter. Mind over matter. Something my mom also taught me, which works a lot. I can't say every time. Stop yourself.
Breathe.
Don't even stop yourself.
Just breathe.
Keep having that panic attack. But answer these questions. What do you smell? What do you see? What do you feel? What do you hear? And sometimes it does take you out of an anxiety attack or really bad anxiousness. So
all the time, stomach churning, like the nervous stomach, like butterflies in your stomach, just awful. And then it's night and day. So Amber, you got to be getting out of the house every day. It doesn't matter what. Just push yourself to do things that scare you, because when you do, you become stronger.
I believe it.
I'm hoping we get some answers. Okay, guys. So good news. Oh my god. Wow. Okay. I have tissue in my hand because I started crying. It was just like a few tears. Then it made my doctor have a tear, and then it made Feline have a tear, and we all kind of had a moment.
We all just cried. Yeah, I added some clips into my reaction video to this as well that I thought were funny.
I was thanking my doctor for just listening to me through everything, because I've had so many doctors who just...
I'm a little congested, so I hope you can't hear me breathing.
Don't take me seriously. And I don't know. Finally had a doctor who just is phenomenal. I feel like I haven't really talked much about this whole situation since I uploaded this video. This doctor is amazing. Literally listened to me when I said I would feel safer getting a CT scan. you know, and she actually listened to me, and that's why she referred me. It was,
Well, it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to lung issues.
I was just so grateful for her, and I shared a little bit about, you know, my past with doctors and just feeling like unheard, kind of. And she said that it does happen for people my size, that they don't always get heard, you know. I just feel really grateful, and I had to let her know. And still to this very second, I am so shocked that I was just suffering with walking pneumonia, because I always imagined pneumonia as, are in your bed, you have a
Yeah,
fever, you know,
it
but
happens.
I guess there's a such thing as walking pneumonia, and that's what I
Yes, there
had. Yeah,
is.
that's scary. But I and health professionals thought that it could have been a lot worse. So I'm just very, very grateful. Am I frustrated that I had a nodule, or what they thought was a 1.6 centimeter nodule, and then I went back and they said I didn't have one? Yeah, because there was a lot of um, misdiagnoses, if you will, during this whole situation.
I don't know if I would call it misdiagnoses, really. At this point, it was um, possibilities, and they were exploring to make sure they knew what it was. And they finally got to the bottom of it. They're like, "Hey, we think it might be a collapsed lung," or we think it's a collapsed lung because it might look very similar on the X-ray to having fluid around your lung. So then they did the CT scan. Oh, it looks like fluid, which is pneumonia also. And then they're like, wait a minute, this here could be something more. Let's look into this more. So I think it was more of they kept digging and looking until they got to the root cause and issue, and finding that it maybe was walking pneumonia that you had. Um, I will agree with her that larger people in larger bodies do get a little bit of I don't want to say what's the word I'm looking for, maybe stereotypes or whatever in the medical community, because you go to the doctor and you say something hurts and they're like, oh, it's because you're overweight, and it could be something much worse internally, but they automatically go to, it's because you're overweight, you need to lose weight. That does happen quite a bit, unfortunately, because there is a little bit of bias towards larger people, thinking, well, if you just lost weight, you wouldn't have X, Y, or Z issues, when it could be something that's a little more um, in depth or dangerous.
I just have to be grateful that I stood my ground. I had people that were listening, willing to see what the issue was. I think we figured it out. So that's a good thing. And good news, the nodule isn't there. They think that I really did just have like pneumonia, because I did take 2 different types of antibiotics at the exact same time, and the fluid has drastically improved. So I think that.
So the collapsed lung never happened. The nodule never happened. Or maybe it didn't never happen. It just healed on its own.
But that is very possible. My doctor did mention that a lot of people,
Could
when
have
they
been an
have
infection.
benign nodules, there's such a huge percentage of time where they'll go to get, you know, the bigger and better CT scan to just see more, and it just like disappeared. Benign nodules tend to disappear. So if I did have a nodule, it was clearly benign and it disappeared. Or if they just misread it, she said it could have been due to the fluid.
It just seemed awfully coincidental. You know me. Wait, hold on. Gotta bring out the speculation in me.
So you're about to see here, my mood completely changes. I give this reaction channel in the beginning benefit of the doubt. I am accepting their advice, sharing my anxiety, you know, saying how he's cute, and just kind of giving him the benefit of the doubt and accepting what he's saying. If I disagree, I do it politely, etc. But then this is where I start getting very upset and frustrated. And I feel like this is just a perfect example that I do accept criticism. I do accept reaction channels. But then when you start speculating on my health, and insinuating in a very low-key way that I could be lying, this is when I get angry, and you can definitely see the change. I have always gone by the cliche quote, respect people who respect you. And I feel very disrespected as a person when I am being told that what I am saying isn't true, especially when it comes to my health and everything that I've been sharing about it. It's extremely disrespectful. And then that's when a little bit of quote unquote my angry side comes out. It's hard. And you guys are kind of going to see that.
You know me. Wait, hold on. Got to bring out the speculation in me. I'm just like I have never.
I gotta say, I love Amberlynn. It's like the head shake and the eye roll. Now, I will say, when people start speculating and saying things that may or may not be true, then it gets people thinking that she could be lying. Like whenever Nikocado started insinuating that Amberlynn had lied about having cancer. And once again, for the record, I do not believe she lied about that. I believe she really did have cancer. There's plenty of proof and evidence of it. And whenever people, like, sometimes I will speculate on a few things, and I will say when I am speculating on something, but I think when I speculate, I try to have evidence for it. Sometimes people will speculate things that go completely off the rails. So let's see what Jordy is going to be speculating here. When it comes to Amberlynn's health, I try to give her the benefit of the doubt, as I have said before, because I don't know. I have not seen her medical records. She has. And when it comes to her medical issues and everything, I tend to believe her. I may not think that she often, or sometimes she may not relay what the doctors say accurately. But when it comes to like the base issue, I tend to believe her.
Myself or anyone to go and have like a slew of medical issues, like the Golden Corral buffet of medical issues, and have
I don't think this type of speculation is healthy for anybody. Like, speculating someone's health, like I've been so frustrated and scared with this whole thing, and I've shared with you guys every step of the way. You guys confused? Imagine how I was feeling. Like, I was so confused. What type of person does that make you to speculate on someone else's health and fears and anxieties of what they're going through?
Should this go wrong on the medical staff's end? I mean, so many misdiagnoses. Is that a word? Just so much chaos, so many weird, vague answers. Like, this didn't happen, that didn't happen.
Well, like I said, I think a lot of it was just following the breadcrumbs of, here's the x-ray, here's what it looks like, let's double check. Oh, here's a CT scan, here's what it looks like. Let's make sure. Let's do a different scan. So I think it was more of following where the clues really led them. I don't know if I would call it misdiagnoses, really. It was just following the path of what the treatments and scans showed.
Everything is resolving itself within a week's time. It's
been a couple of weeks.
It hasn't been a week's time. I don't know if you're playing with a traveler game or if you're time traveling. I don't know what you're doing, but
game.
It hasn't been a week. It's been over a month of just like fear.
Yeah, it was several weeks.
Confusions, diagnoses, confusions, and fear. And for you to even be questioning, it's just kind of sad.
It's strange, not saying that she's fibbing. I'm not saying that. I just think it's odd.
Me too.
If this is actually what's going on, it's very strange that all of these errors are taking place one after another like this.
Well, my doctor thinks that it confused my fluid with a nodule because I don't have one. I don't know. I just feel so lucky and grateful. This has been such a scary time for me, and Flame's coming. I have to walk downstairs. I just feel so grateful. I have to walk like weird because still my ankle's kind of wonky, but I don't know. I just had to like immediately tell you guys because I just feel so much better. You have no idea. Like, oh my God, I cannot wait to tell my mom because she's been so worried. So we're at the good old World Market. I've not been here
I love
in years,
World Market.
So I'm pretty pumped. Look,
I want to go back already.
I'm both obsessed with her. How much is it?
One of my most favorite.
Before she gets into it, I'm not going to edit the boobs in this one because I don't think I'm going to have the energy during editing to put the hand up in there blocking the blocking the boobs. We'll see. Maybe I will.
Favorite vlogs to watch, and I think that's why I like the vloggers that I watch so much, is them going shopping. Shopping vlogs are like my favorite. Like, where you going, what you looking at, you better give me a haul. Thank God Learning to Be Fearless loves to shop, and so does Sarah Ray Vlogus. Literally, they have hauls every single vlog. And I'm like, relatable, or it used to be relatable. I'm trying to slow it down a little bit, but it's like my favorite type of content. But to react to, boring. Like, what is the point?
Only $16. She has a little blemish.
I just want to say something. So we're almost halfway done with this episode. I don't know if y'all pay attention.
I love how he calls them episodes. I don't know what it is. Cute, fun, fresh, love it.
Kind of stuff. But, you know, as a content creator, I definitely do. I know Amberlynn does. Views, I would say over the past month, views have been down drastically.
For who?
I'm lucky to get to 20,000. Amber, I would say recently, like in the recent past, the last few months, she's been doing like maybe triple what I do, 60, 70. If it was like a thumbnail.
Views, such a hot topic lately when it comes to my channel. I never look at video views per video. I've never done that. It's very rare.
I do. I would be ecstatic to get 20,000 views on a video. I have one video that's up to 2,000, I think, and that was one about Young Dumb Honey Bun. Maybe I should switch gears and do Young Dumb Honey Bun content. I only do things periodically on her when I find something interesting, like videos have been removed, or she's lost like thousands of subscribers, which her subscriber count is still going down. Yeah, I would love to get to 20,000 views. Oh, someday a girl can dream, right?
I've always looked at monthly views. How many views did I get in a month? And the last, I think it's been for like the last year now, I've steadily gotten the same amount of views per month. Monthly, which is what I like to look at, because it's what I've always looked at, has been the same for like the last year. The views that I get, I'm so beyond grateful for.
Me too, girl. Me too.
YouTube, and they don't even get that many. I started YouTube thinking that only like 100 people would watch me, and somehow,
dude, I have a couple of videos early on that still have like 0 views because people don't go that far back into my catalog. But I have some recent videos. I get 100 views, and I'm just like, what? Even if they only watch for like 20 seconds. Yeah, I love any view that I get. It means, wow, somebody likes to watch my content, and I love it. I'm grateful for any view that I get.
Some way, things just got bigger, better, grander. I got the most views when I was the least happy, when I was the least mobile, when I was the most miserable, when I was at my heaviest, when I was filming just mukbangs and the trolling. I don't consider that to be like a successful moment in my YouTube career just based on views. I think success is more than views. It's about the way that your audience is, how they treat you, how you treat them, the vibe around your channel, your content, your life. I don't think it's about views.
Hey, kitty.
Because if it was, the time in my life where I was the most miserable, trigger warning, unaliving, I just didn't want to be alive anymore, and it's not something I really talked about. I would share like small glimpses
You
of
have
that
shared a little bit about
and
it.
try to talk about it, but then people would say I was just doing it for sympathy. To feel like you did not want to be alive anymore and sharing that and like slightly having a cry for help, and for people to tell you that you're lying and you're only doing that for sympathy, that's a rough feeling. And yeah, I got a lot of views then. I got a lot of money. I didn't like it. I did not like how I felt back then. My mental health is still rough, but how I feel now is better. And yes, I'm always looking for improvement. But when it comes to views, I'm very grateful for the ones that I have. So thinking about the ones that I no longer have serves me zero purpose.
Oh, hello.
Rarity here, she absolutely agrees.
Eating or crying, maybe 80,000. Like, I remember the one thumbnail she made where she was like, Nikocado ruined my life, and it was like her crying. That one got like 87,000 views or something. But guys, we cannot, as a community, I'm sorry, I just don't see the longevity here. I don't know why, but I feel like we are nearing, I hate to say it, but I feel like we're nearing the end. Like,
I don't know.
Of what? Reaction channels? Okay. So,
I think he meant of Amberlynn, the Amberlynn community, the 60,000 views on Amberlynn channels, or Amberlynn's channel.
We are not nearing the end of Amberlynn Reed. I will be on here if I'm only making 5,000 views and I have to work flipping burgers down the street. I'm still going to be on YouTube. Nearing the end because I am trying my hardest to just
make your content unreactable
and not, you know, troll with mukbangs or troll with just all this
mukbang. Mukbang, it's a Korean word.
Nonsense that I've done in the past. I'm sorry there's not major drama to talk about or major talking points. Like, this is just my day-to-day.
Just your life is your life.
And that is what I've done from the very beginning.
I think we would want to see more weight loss journey content and see you succeed on that front, because that's, I think, where people want to see you succeed the most, is in getting healthier, losing weight, and then also just becoming a better person, fixing your mental health issues, fixing your binge eating disorder, learning how to cope with things better. I think everybody would love to see that journey in addition to your life.
Beginning. And if you are bored reacting to that, or if, you know, the longevity of this is coming near for you, it's not going to last for you, then just give up, because I'm not going to give up. I have thousands of people who wait for my content daily, who wait for my content every other day, who wait for my content.
Well, girl, you know, reaction channels, we're sitting here waiting for that shit to upload
weekly, who watch it while they're eating, who watch it while they're on their way to work on a bus, who watch it during their break time during school, who watches it when they have anxiety, who watches it when they're lonely. I am not going anywhere.
I watch it when I'm lonely. Shit, I'm always lonely. I live alone. This is the most talking I do, is to my camera when I'm doing videos. And then my occasional, well, I have meetings for work several times a week. Otherwise, I wouldn't talk to a single person. Thanksgiving this next week's going to be a very lonely week for me until Thanksgiving Day.
Because of those
when
people.
I go to visit family.
And this is usually when people say, no, you're not going anywhere because of money. Sure, that's a plus too. This is my job. This is my job. But this is also where I'm happy, and I want to be happier. And I want the vibe around my channel to feel different and better.
Then you need to be different and
but
get better.
But I want to be able to do things like this, where maybe I can discuss certain topics that are being talked about. Reaction channels are talking about me.
Yes, we are.
I should be able to also talk about me.
You always talk about you. What are you talking about? Anyway, I think I'm going to end this half here. We're almost 35 minutes into her video. And I do want to get some stuff done today before it gets dark. I maybe run some errands before, I mean, it is cold outside. It's 29 degrees here right now. But I do want to run some errands while there isn't much traffic. So, yeah. I have a lot of house stuff to do too, but that's not an immediate pressing thing I have all week. So, that being said, we're going to end it here for right now. Do you watch Jordy? Let me know if you watch Jordy down below. Let me know anything that you think down below. I love interacting with you. I love seeing your comments. And, you know, leave a like if you like it. Dislike if you didn't like. If you didn't like the video, let me know why. We can have a discussion about it. And I hope you have a lovely weekend and a happy Thanksgiving. If I don't, I mean, I'm going to make more videos before then, but I'll wish you a happy Thanksgiving for my fellow Americans in every single video. And I hope you all have a lovely weekend. And until next time, be safe and take care.